30. 1. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, 30. 2. Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord God, Howl ye, woe worth the day. 30. 3. For the day is near, even the day of the Lord is near, a cloudy day, it shall be the time of the heathen. 30. 4. And the sword shall come upon Egypt, and great pain shall be in Ethiopia, when the slain shall fall in Egypt, and they shall take away her multitude, and her foundations shall be broken down. 30. 5. Ethiopia, and Libya, and Lydia, and all the mingled people, and Chub, and the men of the land that is in league, shall fall with them by the sword. 30. 6. Thus saith the Lord, they also that uphold Egypt shall fall, and the pride of her power shall come down. From the tower of sin shall they fall in it by the sword, saith the Lord God. 30. 7. And they shall be desolate in the midst of the countries that are desolate, and her cities shall be in the midst of the cities that are wasted. 30. 8. And they shall know that I am the Lord, when I have set a fire in Egypt, and when all her helpers shall be destroyed. 30. 9. In that day shall messengers go forth from me in ships to make the careless Ethiopians afraid, and great pain shall come upon them, as in the day of Egypt. For, lo, it cometh. 30. 10. Thus saith the Lord God, I will also make the multitude of Egypt to cease by the hand of Nebuchadrezzar king of Babylon. 30. 11. He and his people with him, the terrible of the nations, shall be brought to destroy the land, and they shall draw their swords against Egypt, and fill the land with the slain. 30. 12. And I will make the rivers dry, and sell the land into the hand of the wicked, and I will make the land waste, and all that is therein, by the hand of strangers. I the Lord have spoken it. 30. 13. Thus saith the Lord God, I will also destroy the idols, and I will cause their images to cease out of Noph, and there shall be no more a prince of the land of Egypt, and I will put a fear in the land of Egypt. 30. 14. And I will make Pathros desolate, and will set fire in Zone, and will execute judgments in No. 30. 15. And I will pour my fury upon Sin, the strength of Egypt, and I will cut off the multitude of number. 30. 16. And I will set fire in Egypt. Sin shall have great pain, and No shall be rent asunder, and Noph shall have distresses daily. 30. 17. The young men of Avaim and of Pi Beseth shall fall by the sword, and these cities shall go into captivity. 30. 18. At Tahivneas also the day shall be darkened, when I shall break there the yokes of Egypt, and the pomp of her strength shall cease in her. As for her, a cloud shall cover her, and her daughters shall go into captivity. 30. 19. Thus will I execute judgments in Egypt, and they shall know that I am the Lord. 30. 20. And it came to pass in the 11th year, in the first month, in the 7th day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, 30. 21. Son of man, I have broken the arm of Pharaoh king of Egypt, and, lo, it shall not be bound up to be healed, to put a roller to bind it, to make it strong to hold the sword. 30. 22. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against Pharaoh king of Egypt, and will break his arms, the strong, and that which was broken, and I will cause the sword to fall out of his hand. 30. 23. And I will scatter the Egyptians among the nations, and and will disperse them through the countries. 30:24 And I will strengthen the arms of the king of Babylon, and put my sword in his hand. But I will break Pharaoh's arms, and he shall groan before him with the groanings of a deadly wounded man. 30:25 But I will strengthen the arms of the king of Babylon, and the arms of Pharaoh shall fall down, and they www.hollybooks.com Ezekiel page 500 shall know that I am the Lord, when I shall put my sword into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall stretch it out upon the land of Egypt. 30:26 And I will scatter the Egyptians among the nations, and disperse them among the countries, and they shall know that I am the Lord. 31:1 And it came to pass in the 11th year, in the 3rd month, in the 1st day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, 31:2 Son of man, speak unto Pharaoh king of Egypt, and to his multitude, whom art thou like in thy greatness? 31:3 Behold, the Assyrian was a cedar in Lebanon with fair branches, and with a shadowing shroud, and of an high stature, and his top was among the thick boughs. 31:4 The waters made him great, the deep set him up on high with her rivers running round about his plants, and sent out her little rivers unto all the trees of the field. 31:5 Therefore his height was exalted above all the trees of the field, and his boughs were multiplied, and his branches became long because of the multitude of waters, when he shot forth. 31:6 All the fowls of heaven made their nests in his boughs, and under his branches did all the beasts of the field bring forth their young, and under his shadow dwelt all great nations. 31:7 Thus was he fair in his greatness, in the length of his branches, for his root was by great waters. 31:8 The cedars in the garden of God could not hide him. The fir trees were not like his boughs, and the chestnut trees were not like his branches, nor any tree in the garden of God was like unto him in his beauty. 31:9 I have made him fair by the multitude of his branches, so that all the trees of Eden, that were in the garden of God, envied him. 31:10 Therefore thus saith the Lord God, because thou hast lifted up thyself in height, and he hath shot up his top among the thick boughs, and his heart is lifted up in his height. 31:11 I have therefore delivered him into the hand of the mighty one of the heathen. He shall surely deal with him. I have driven him out for his wickedness. 31:12 And strangers, the terrible of the nations, have cut him off, and have left him. Upon the mountains and in all the valleys his branches are fallen, and his boughs are broken by all the rivers of the land, and all the people of the earth are gone down from his shadow, and have left him. 31:13 Upon his ruin shall all the fowls of the heaven remain, and all the beasts of the field shall be upon his branches. 31:14 To the end that none of all the trees by the waters exalt themselves for their height, neither shoot up their top among the thick boughs, neither their trees stand up in their height, all that drink water, for they are all delivered unto death, to the nether parts of the earth, in the midst of the children of men, with them that go down to the pit. 31:15 Thus saith the Lord God, in the day when he went down to the grave I caused a mourning. I covered the deep for him, and I restrained the floods thereof, and the great waters were stayed. And I caused Lebanon to mourn for him, and all the trees of the field fainted for him. 31:16 I made the nations to shake at the sound of his fall, when I cast him down to hell with them that descend into the pit, and all the trees of Eden, the choice and best of Lebanon, all that drink water, shall be comforted in the nether parts of the earth. 31. 17 They also went down into hell with him unto them that be slain with the sword, and they that were his arm, that dwelt under his shadow in the midst of the heathen. 31. 18 To whom art thou thus like in glory and in greatness among the trees of Eden? Yet shalt thou be brought down with the trees of Eden unto the nether parts of the earth. Thou shalt lie in the midst of the uncircumcised with them that be slain by the sword. This is Pharaoh and all his multitude, saith the Lord God.